Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're discussing the current state of the game right now on FC26, and on top of that, looking into whether or not I think this meta is good. You can probably guess from the picture, thumbnail, and title that maybe I don't think it's so good, and just a general look at the gameplay right now on FC26. I will talk a bit about the game in general, but yeah, this video will be my current thoughts on the game. This is from someone who's hit 15-0 just last week in Elite Division, regularly hitting good results on this game. So it's not that I'm not good at the game or anything like that. It's just my honest opinion from 2 months ago when the game launched to now. Let's get into the video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you sick to death of getting out teamed on FC26? Do you want that God Squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out IGGM.com today. The best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a huge 8% discount. Check out IGGM.com today. So, FC26, I'm just going to leave a game in the background going on. Talk about what I think of the meta on this game, whether I think it's a good game or not. It's not for anyone who's probably been watching my videos on the channel surprised to hear me say I'm not a fan of the game in its current state. My issue with the game in its current state is that it's gone backwards, and I think that the meta is quite a negative one. I think at launch the game, I liked the game, and I said there was a lot of good stuff about the game, but I never said the game was perfect. Definitely not. I like the game and think it's a really solid game, but as a general point about the game, I don't think the game's gone forward at all. I think it's gone backwards. I think at launch, kickoff was an issue. I think that short corners were an issue. When we look at those two things, I think kickoffs are still at times annoying. They're a lot better though. That's definitely one area the game's improved. They're a lot better in the sense of they're nowhere near as bad as they were at launch. Short corners, whilst bad, they are a bit better, but they're still really bad. So I think that's not really improved enough, considering they say they've worked on it. I think manual defending needed a slight buff. That's a little better now. But what they seem to have done, I don't really understand why, and these are some areas where I think the game's got worse. They seem to have made AI, this is the main one, they've made AI defending much, much better. I don't really get why. For me, the AI defender at the start was already a little strong. I don't think it needed changing that much. I would have happily left it, much rather happily left it compared to what it is now. But the AI defending on this game, you can literally not second man press, and you'll just at random times see the AI just run into you and just tackle you. And I'm not talking about like you have to like, it's not even you running into the AI. The AI will just randomly just find the perfect path and go into you. It's ridiculous, honestly. I don't really understand why the AI is quite as dominant as it is when it comes to yeah, when it comes to what you call it, the defending. The other thing is that with the way the meta's gone now, you can really sit deep. You couldn't sit deep as much before the launch, because when the game launched, if you sat deep, people could pass it into the strikers, turn, left stick dribble, do driven shots, and it was pretty much guaranteed free goals. If you didn't, what do you call it? If you didn't do that, and you just sat deep, then people would just get the goals against you. Whereas you had to be more aggressive, and the defending was tough, but it was in a much better state than it currently is now. Whereas now the meta's gone from really attacking game to people are very negative, sit really deep, and when they sit really deep, then the AI takes over. The AI is very hard to break down, and they just counter attack. And probably the worst part of the meta, through balls. Anyone who's played since launch will know the through balls have been broken since launch. I think as we get better players with better stats, they're getting more easy to abuse. And because people are sat really deep, you can't really play the through balls against them. So you're punished for doing anything remotely trying to dominate the game, and you end up conceding goal. I have regular games where I'll have double someone's possession, I'll batter them, but I just can't break the AI down. And it's even worse in bad gameplay. And then they'll just do one or two passes, one through ball, and their own goal. I lost to a guy yesterday in weekend. He had a very good team, and he was an okay player, but his pass accuracy was like 75%, and he beat me 4-3, and I think 3 of his 4 goals were just counter attacks and through balls, 2 of which I marked as perfect as I think you can mark on this game, and it still just glitched its way through. There's an issue, in my opinion, with a game where you can know what someone's going to do, you can mark it early, and it still works. Because at that point, what are you supposed to do to stop it? That was a good goal by my opponent, to be fair. But yeah, the problem is that on this current game, people can just spam through balls even when they're not even remotely on, and sometimes they'll work, and a lot of the time you'll get the ball. But they can just keep trying it enough times that eventually, even though they'll do one that shouldn't work, it'll just randomly work and give them a free goal. That's quite a low skill gap. For me, I want a game that's fun, fast, approachable, and good for everyone. Beautiful finesse there, but also got a skill gap. Finesses, by the way, they're very meta. I think that's been discovered more and more. I've been using them for a long time, but as we're starting to get more better players, and that finesse plus Evo that we had, El Capitan or whatever it's called, I think that was really helpful. I think I've not finished the season pass, but I think that a lot of people have, and you get finesse that you can put on a player there. I think finesses are really good, and I like that. I like long shots being an option, but they're not broken in the sense of you just can't stop them. You can still mark them and be aggressive and move the keeper. Um, Nearly scored that one there. Good save by his keeper to that, to be fair. But yeah, I just think the meta right now is not good. Short corners are OP. Corners to the back post, headed back in are OP. A lot of the broken things that are really hard to defend on this game just seem a bit ridiculous. I mean, that's not even one of the good corners I've taken. It was still pretty hard for him to defend. I imagine he wasn't much of a fan of that goal. But yeah, for me, a big thing that's affecting the gameplay massively, in my opinion, is the gameplay itself. And by that, I mean like the servers and delay. When the servers and delay are that bad, it's a major, major issue that for me is making the game really hard to enjoy and just play in general, I would say. Long term, I believe that the game isn't unfixable. I do think there are some issues. I do think the gameplay could be an unfixable thing potentially, as in the servers. But I don't think that the game can't ever be a good game or anything. I think there's a lot of good fundamentals on this game that make it playable. I think skills are well balanced. I think they can be really effective. I think left stick's good. I just think the AI defending needs toning down, and the left stick will be good again. I think shooting's relatively balanced. Obviously, this could all change as players start to get better stats. I think the passing, for the most part, is okay. I just think through balls need a bit of a nerf. I think tackling's a lot better this year. There's some stuff I really like about the game, which makes it more frustrating when I feel like they've done some stuff really well, but then some stuff are just broken and ruined the game. EA FC is one of those games that if one or two things are completely broken, it can just completely ruin the game. Right now, through balls, short corners, did well there to rush my keeper out. Yeah, they're ruining the game. I think the meta right now stinks. It's one of my least favourite games I've played of FC right now, or FIFA in general. It's just not rewarding. Like I say, this is from someone who literally last weekend hit 15 and 0. I'm not moaning and saying that I don't like the game because I can't do well on it. But I don't think it's very rewarding. I do think it makes it hard to be consistent. Fair play to the top pro players who are always consistent on this game. Genuinely very impressive how good they are. I can't remember if I won this game later on or not. We're about to watch. Yeah, we did. Beautiful. Bit of a silly 90th there to some extent, the space goal. That's another issue of the game. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you all tuning in. Let me know your thoughts on the game. As always, keep it spicy. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.